Hey y'all, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jennifer with True to You Yoga, and today for our flow, if you have blocks, that would be great. If not, no big deal. You don't necessarily need them. We're just going to use them with our form and to find a little bit more resistance. We are going to start at the top of our mat in Tadasana. So your feet are underneath of your hips, your heels are. Your weight is distributed evenly on your feet. So between your big toe, your little toe, and your heel, they're grounding down into the floor. Your tailbone is long. Your hips are over your ankles. Your shoulders are over your hips. So you're just stacked up like a little Lego. Flip your palms so they're facing forward, and then roll your shoulders up, drop them down your back. Chin is in line with the floor. Abs are pulled in nice and tight. And then you can lift up your kneecaps to help engage your legs and your glutes a little bit more. If you're comfortable, go ahead and shut down your eyes. Close them down and just take a few deep inhales and exhales. Cleansing your breath, cleansing your lungs, your belly, your mind. Let's just leave it all behind for a while. It's you time. Oh. Excuse my kittens. When you are ready, you can go ahead and slowly open up your eyes if you've got them closed. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hands down towards your mat. If you have your blocks and you want to put them on your blocks, that's fine. Shift your weight so then your weight is over your heels and your booty's not way far behind you. Letting all the tension kind of wiggle and shake out of your upper body. Like it's all just, you're dumping it out the top of your head, and we're going to get rid of it for now. Inhale, flat back. So if you've got your blocks, you can push into those, or you can push into your shins, lengthening your back, giving a little bit of an arch in your upper back. Exhale, forward fold. If you have those blocks, we are going to take them with us. So grab a hold of them on the long side. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands to heart center. Your blocks are pushed together. Push those. Feel that engagement in your back, in your shoulders, and your chest. Inhale, arms up overhead. Keep holding on to those blocks. Take your right foot, step it to the outside of your left side of your mat. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Your left hand is still reaching long, up overhead. Reach, reach, reach. So you feel that stretch in your side body. Inhale, arms back up overhead, both of them. So you're in a tall standing Tadasana, arms reaching up towards the ceiling. Take your left foot. We're going to pick those toes up, put them on the right side of outer edge of your mat. Drop your right hand down by your side. Your left hand is reaching up and over, using that block as resistance. Nice side body stretch. Inhale, stepping back to center for that nice tall Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Release any tension in your low back. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take your left foot, step it towards the back of your mat. You can stay on your blocks if you want during this. So you're in a low runner's lunge. Think about pulling your right hip back, your left hip forward some. Lifting your belly up off of your right thigh. Take your right hand. Inhale, reaching, drawing a line from your right ankle up to your right knee, all the way up towards the sky for an open twist. Nice long line from your right hand down to your left hand. That block's just going to give you a little bit more resistance. If you want a little bit more, you can start to, on your next inhale, lift your torso up. Just start to drop your right arm back, bringing your left arm up so you're in a high lunge, twisted. Keeping those blocks for your resistance. Think about your hips, squaring them off. Belly is in. Your chest is open towards the right side of your room. If that is too much, you can just stay in a regular high lunge. chest forward. Exhale, let's cartwheel our hands back down. Left hand down to your mat, right hand down to your mat. Take your right foot, step it back so you're in a high plank. Big inhale, exhale, lifting those abs up. On your next exhale, push your hips up, back behind you towards the wall for your down dog. Keeping your hands on your blocks if you'd like, so you can grip that block, squeeze it nice and tight. Rotate those arms so you're locking in your shoulder blades. Belly button's pulled up towards your spine. Back is nice and long. Inhale, lift your right foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, let's step or carry it towards the front of your mat, so you're back in that low lunge. Left foot's going to step forward, and you're in your standing forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to swan dive up, taking those blocks with us again. And exhale, hands to heart center, pushing those blocks together, feeling that engagement. Inhale, arms up overhead. And this time, exhale, cactus arms. So you bend your elbows, you bring your elbows down so they're kind of in line with your shoulders, like goalposts or a cactus, feeling that engagement all through your lats. Like really think about pulling and engaging it and not just having spaghetti arms. Inhale, arms back up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Swan diving down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take your right foot, step it towards the back of your mat. You can reposition your hands a little bit if you need to. Find some balance. Rooting down on the floor with that big toe, little toe, and heel of your left foot, and then with your toes of your right foot. Think about pulling your belly button off of your thigh. Inhale and draw that line with your left hand up the outside of your left leg, and then open up towards the ceiling. Your gaze can be up, down, to the side, whatever you like, whatever feels good on your neck today. Keep that belly button pulled up. When you are ready, on your next inhale, slowly start to rise up, tipping your left arm back, reaching your right arm forward for this open twist. Pulling your right hip forward, your left hip back, chest is open to the left side. Again, if that is too much, you can just go into a regular high lunge if twisting does not feel good to you today. Hold that position, feel those muscles shake. Exhale, let's cartwheel our hands down towards your mat. Step your left foot back so you are in your high plank again. Squeeze your inner thighs together, kind of spiraling them up towards the ceiling. Hamstrings are engaged, belly button's pulled up nice and tight. Back is engaged, pushing away from the floor. Neck is long. Your next exhale, push your hips up towards the sky. Bottom is towards where the ceiling and wall meet behind you for your down dog. Pretend there's a block between your inner thighs and you're like squeezing it, and your inner thighs are then going to rotate. Pushing away from the floor with your hands. Inhale, lift your left foot up high to the sky as much as you can. Exhale and step or carry it towards the top of your mat. Take your right foot, step it to the top of your mat. So you're in a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take those blocks with you. Sweep your arms up overhead, tall, extended Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bringing those blocks with you and squeezing them together. Push, 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 push. Push a little harder. And a little harder. Keep your belly engaged. Exhale and release those hands down by your sides. Shake them out a little. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, take your bottom like you are going to go and sit down in a chair, keeping a long line from your fingertips down to your tailbone. If it is too much with your hands up overhead, you can bring them in front of you. You can bring them to heart center. You can place your hands on your knees. You can ditch the blocks while you do this if you'd like. Your belly button is pulled up towards your spine. Your hips are pretty much even towards the front of your mat. It doesn't have to be perfect. Pretend like there's a block between your thighs, or you can place one there. Squeeze it nice and tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Engage those thighs. Engage your outer glutes. If you need to stand up, feel free. Remove that block between your thighs if it's there. Inhale and exhale, standing up. Arms through prayer, and we'll just go straight down by your sides. Give them a little shake. Take your left foot. We're going to step it towards the back of your mat, and then our big toes are going to be pointing kind of towards the corners of our mat. Nice tall spine, lengthening up out of your hips. You're going to bend your knees, sink down into goddess, horse stance, wide squats. There's all kinds of things you might hear this called. You want to work to keep your hips and your spine all in line, so then you're not bending forward or backwards. Your knees are pushed out, so they're kind of between your second and third toe. Knees are pretty much over your ankles. Inhale. If you've got those blocks, you can lift them up overhead, and exhale into your cactus arms, giving that resistance. Inhale, arms back up overhead, and exhale. Let's bring them down straight out to our sides like a T. You got to have some engagement or they're going to flop. You're holding those blocks, keep them steady. Inhale, straighten your arms, straighten your legs, lift your arms up overhead. Turn your toes, so lift up on your heels and turn your toes so they're in just a tiny bit. Exhale, bending at your waist. We're going to forward fold. Bring those blocks down to your floor. Your weight, shift forward more into your toes so then your booty is not back behind your heels. You want your booty kind of like in line with them instead. You can bend down, rest however you would like with your upper body. You can put your hands on the blocks, your forearms, your head, whatever works for you today. Squeeze those inner thighs together like you've got a beach ball there that you're trying to hold into place. It's going to engage your inner thighs, your outer glutes. Belly button still pulling up towards your spine. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Bring your hands to your hips. And then exhale, thrust it way up. Turn your right toes back to the front of your mat. Step forward. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pop up onto your tippy toes so your heels are off the floor. Bend your knees and slowly start to sink your bottom down. So you're going to be in a squat position. If you would like, once you're in this position, you can lift your hands up off the floor, heart center. You can lift them up overhead. You can hold the blocks. You can ditch the blocks, whatever you would like. But we're going to work a little bit of balance here. We're strengthening our upper back and giving resistance as we're holding blocks over our head. And you would even feel this without the blocks. Abs are engaged to help with your balance. And you'll find that balance in the motion. You're always going to have a little bit of movement. Exhale, bring those hands back down to your mat. And then slowly start to go back onto your bottom. Feet are planted on the floor. If you have those blocks, you can bring them with you. Inhale with your hands behind your hamstrings. Sit up nice and tall. exhale, let's start to tip our upper body back, keeping a nice long line. If you would like a little more, you can release your hands and have them in front of you, feet still on the floor. You can also use these blocks and hold on to them. And with the blocks, if you have them, so you're holding the short edge, you actually have a little bit more resistance because of the lever of the block than if you're holding the long edge. If you need to sit back up, feel free. Exhale and slowly start to roll back onto your back, all the way down. We're done with the blocks. You can push them off to the side. Bring your knees into your chest. Give them a little squeeze. Feet on the floor. Take your right leg, cross it over your left knee, just like if you were sitting down and you cross your legs, because you're a girl and you're not supposed to, my mom always told me to cross my legs. I don't know, she said I sit like a boy. Drop your right knee and your right foot to the left side of your mat, giving a nice twist in your upper back. Your right arm can go out to the side like a T. I kind of like it more at a Y. I feel more of a stretch throughout my chest area. Your gaze can be up at the ceiling. Your left arm can reach long as well if you would like, or you can leave it on your hip or your belly. Inhale and lift those legs back up. Uncross them. Both feet are on the floor. Take your left foot, cross that knee over your right, and then start to drop your right knee, your right foot towards the floor on the left side of your mat, keeping both shoulders on the floor. Again, you can stretch your arms out wherever you feel the best stretch, the most comfort. Twist is coming from our mid and lower back into our hip area, not our upper back. Whereas whenever we do other twisting motions, like in our lunges that we did earlier, that twist is coming more from our upper back. Inhale, lifting back up and uncrossing your legs, center yourself up. Tuck your shoulder blades down your spine, and you can release your legs long for Shavasana. Feet are about hip width apart, toes are flopped open. Place your hands on your belly today if you'd like. Your lower abdomen area. Feel your breath in your belly as it goes up and down. Your hands are going to move. Are you taking nice deep breaths? Or are you taking shallow ones? Close down your eyes. Let everything go. When you're ready, you can slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Give a big good morning stretch. Roll over onto your side using your bottom arm as a pillow. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today, for finding some resistance in your poses, building some strength, doing some twisting. Twisted in our upper back and in our lower back today.
Built a lot of strength in our legs. Your next exhale, push yourself up to easy seat, crisscross applesauce or whatever is comfortable for you. Nice long spine. You can roll your head out a little bit if you need to. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I would love it if you would like or subscribe to the page so then more people can find yoga and, bring some confidence in and out, on and off of their mat. If you all have any questions, please let me know, or if there's something that you'd like to see in one of the bites or the flows, I'd be happy to make something for you. Again, thank you so much. May you always stay true in your intentions, true to your heart's desire, and speak love and truth to those around you. Love ya.